Hakajing Yalanti Jong Mikhalia Urban Development, Umitri Ramba Kajala, Konat Konkat Sangmau La Pli Yang Mau Nong Rim, Jongkawa Umkhrah Yakabalatip Kumkawa Umkhrah Riverfront Development Project. Yang ini program la pelong Hakajing dan lang usembut Menteri Ramba Uba Seniau Phalang Dhar, Uba AL Hek, Menteri Bapet Yakatrat Animal Husbandry and Veterinary, Ka Deputy Commissioner ke East Khasi Hills District ke Kong RF Kurba, berkiwai-kiwai de ke Balawan Banyadan Beta. Haba ajeng keren Hakadiga Sengi Menteri Ramba Kajala Konat Kongkat Sangmau la Pentau, ya kajeng kemen halokan ika project. Hakabau la ong bakawa Umkhrah Riverfront Development Project, kadai ke berengkong kum shibenta ban pentemai biang ya kesor Shillong. Ginang persang menetre lang rengkat berkajal Shakti Ministry Government of India ban penku ya kawa Umkhrah. Hakabakanya rengkat-rengkat lembat ke Riverfront Project la ong Konat Sangma Menteri Ramba Kajala. Hakaniga Sengi la yor ke jengkren na usembut Menteri Ramba Uba Seniau Phalang Dhar. Hakabau la banjur ya kajing don kam jangka urban planning da kabau ong pa kajing persang jangka ni ke project ban penku ya kawa Umkhrah ba dia barok ki benta ki bami na kawa Umkhrah. Bulai ku blek kerpang ru yang Menteri Bapet ya katran Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Uba AL Hek na ke benta bola shimkhia ya ke ni ke project. Kajing temu ba khamat du jangka ni ke project kalong man shnai ki jingking ki ban penyaso na shiliang jangka wa Umkhrah.
And ladies and gentlemen, to set the tone of the ceremony this afternoon, may I request Srimati Renette Soklet, IAS Secretary Urban Affairs Department, to deliver the welcome address.
It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, for gracing this occasion of laying of the foundation stone of Water Riverfront Development Project. Sir, under your able leadership, this visionary project, which sets to redefine the landscape of our beloved city, Shillong, has been initiated. At the heart of our city flows this very important river, Umkhrah, which is a lifeline that has sustained our communities over the generation. The comprehensive development plan for this project is a testimony of the government's commitment to inclusivity and holistic development. A warm welcome also goes to Shri Seniau Phalang Dhar, our Honorable Chief Minister in charge of Urban Affairs Department, for steering this department in a very important project which will transform our city and will offer a recreational experience for the people in the years to come. A warm welcome is also given to Shri A.L. Hek, Minister in charge of AHN Veti. Sir, welcome, sir, for being a part of this great initiative for rediscovering the beauty of Umkhrah. I also place on record my sincere welcome to all the Rangbashnong present here. You have from time to time been part of the cleaning Shillong, and also for being taking an active part in the rejuvenation of the three rivers which cross the city. So a big welcome to all of you to this program, and we look forward for your continuous support to the government. I also welcome the press and the media present here for covering this program, and to all of you who've made this moment a memorable one. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, R.M. Kurwa, Deputy Commissioner, East Khasi Hills District, for your warm words of welcome. And it is my pleasure to now invite Shri Alexander Lalu Hek, Honorable Minister in charge of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary, to give us his opening remarks.
We are very happy today when we came to know that the Umkhrah Water Riverfront Development Project to be laid the foundation stone. Is a great, happy to say that the Umkhrah is the long cherished dreams of the people of Shillong and particularly the people of Umkhrah. The people of Umkhrah, we have been experienced the floods that have been occurred every the peak seasons of the monsoon seasons of our Umkhrah and particularly also the Shillong. Friends, before we are taking up this front river of Umkhrah, the development project of Umkhrah, I would like to share a few important area which is need to be taken as attention and consideration from the part of the urban affairs development and the part of the government of Meghalaya. We have a few tributaries which is flowing directly to the Umkhrah. If I take number one is coming all the rainwater. It is flowing down to the Golf Course area, from Golf Course area to the MPRO area, from MPRO to the entire Mopon. Then after Mopon, it goes down to the Polo Hills and direct it hits to the CRP camp to the Umkhrah. If this tributary is not being taken care, the people of Umkhrah will be facing the flash flood every now and then. So therefore, I bring to this notice of the Urban Affairs Department and the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister to take care of the tributaries, which is the need of the hour, that the people of Umkhrah will not be facing the floods. What I would like to share with all of you, when people are talking about the flood in Umkhrah, I don't need to go for campaign elections. They said, in the way back in 2001, when the flood occurred, the flash flood, we have jumped into the flash flood water to save so many lives. So that people have said that when we remember the floods, Bahek is the only person, the local MLA, who came all the way with all his volunteers to save the life of many people. So therefore, what we need to take attention immediately is the need of whatever I had said before. And also, not only that, we have also the another flood area which has taken place every year during the peak monsoon. If you come from the Jingking Mokpat, the bridge of Mokpat, come down to the Langkading Mingi, it's come up to the behind the BDW school, where the flood taking place every year. The people there, he had to rescue them, also they have to run away from the respective places, respective home, to save themselves or to save the family. So that also is coming from BDW school, Langkading Mingi, Nong Mansong, it gone to Podorba and also it goes down to the Umkhrah. So this tributaries also has to be taken into consideration. And also we have many of them tributaries, but I just like to mention a few, like it's coming from one from Malki, it's come down to Dhangati, then it come down to the new colony, then the Demsenyong, it's come down directly to the Umkhrah. This has also to be taken into consideration. The another one is coming from Police Bazaar, Umsasun, then it come down to Waindo, from Waindo it's come down directly to the Umkhrah. So these few important tributaries which need to be taken attention and consideration immediately by the Urban Affairs Department. I have to do the survey properly that the people will not face any kind of floods that they are facing for all this year during the peak season. So with this view, I'd just like to mention you. I'd like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister. I'd like to thank the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister for taking such beautiful scheme, the initiative to beautify this Umkhrah River. That also the Umkhrah River, I really remember during when we were small time, when we were youth time. After playing football from Puno, we went to take bath and swimming here in this Umkhrah River only. But now, not even the look at that also we would like to see. So this is only a few of my submissions to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Bastio Balang, to take attention to these tributaries which will need the help for the people of us, people particularly for the people of Umkhrah constituency. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for addressing the gathering and especially for highlighting the importance of taking care of the tributaries of the Umkhrah River. Well, ladies and gentlemen, recognizing the immense potential of the Umkhrah River to be a central hub for recreation, cultural and social activities, the Umkhrah Riverfront project was conceived. We will now present to you a walkthrough video of the Umkhrah Riverfront Development Project to give you a glimpse of what this project is all about. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Sngyaw Bahalang Dhar, in charge of Urban Affairs Department, to kindly say a few words.
Dakababurom ay kublay pi kamtam kirong ba jongi kamtam kirong ba snong bawan nagini tan baro nagini tan kabangi na motorom kra nagini arlait li konusi namadon di baro ki baju ong hiyengi kumu kamtam ya ku minister blame don bepet gini urban areas kamtam gini light li stream kumbala ong di MLA jongi and it's a facts namar ngi suto Mendai kebesuk yang ikum ke sorkar la klem don mapikir orang bak juga bani Thailand. Don kawai ke contain ke baca kawai ke meeting ngadon. Hakabe de pakani ke subjects. 1.5 years ago. Haskete don ke meeting kumnong ini berkat ya ke new township, kumnong ini berkat ya ke new secretariat, kumnong ini berkat ya ke coach ke pelia, kumnong ini berkat ban kerek ini streamline barok. Wodon we central officer ong nga. Bangun sir is not possible ngong. No one can do it. Ong nga, why you see like that? Ngong no one can do it, but everyone can do it. Lalagim don ka collectively responsibility. Lalagim sngok ka jongi. Ngan ong ipi kanu ka project sarkar kampo senuro. Kani ka waterfront projects. Kandai ke projek ke beautified keban penwandur wandare ke sorjongi. Keban kongin persang ben streamline gini lala gini do gini penkoj kawa kum bi imentan ngin snagi recreational parks kecaka jongok kai kecaka songkai gini bengin lek pengat. Tang government kale kita boro lalu nong sok wan the nyun man kesih tu it become a meaningless for all of us. Tak jing don jong pikirang ba ni ngayok kani kalat ben request pi Dakabas ngawrit tongon ni lang no. Let us be one for our own city. Namar kini baro ka project kan po ko live kundai krur approximately more or less. Kapisa ka bahe, kapisa ka babon. Laling isngap kata kapisa ngila banong kadda katahan dengan ong yepi. We have got a lots of things to do for our own city, our beloved city. Laling shim kani kadai ke jongi ngimpo siya. Namar teng ke government ki penkoj penpelia iginalai ki do ngi persang ban karek ki stream with due respect dak baburam don bat teng penlaj ya ke toilet direct to the stream which is sad. Habakut sa kena mengi sarkar kumi kita baro. Kai ki sarkar dai mangama pi. It's we. Not you, not we. It's we all of us. Namar ke jing mangi ke government ni mentan. Hagini tiyo bala adep ana di bon gi pen gi ma discuss lo lokal am li uma hek lu badero wen gi rong ba bala long nong mi kmal la lai photo ligis nem ni ju yakin kai para mangi ong tip nim le kunoi ke sor shlong ma kat bri ker no ski bru kim so tho ngaju itu kana don ke wei ke program ngale che Europe. It's happened to be a English program which is linked with urban department. Kat sebalai ndon tangway uchips lene pilpai kini kino gro ceclok tangway siap ndon takatakan proof tarabun nabi baju laj foreign hasil long ngin song lene hak kontri jongi ngin phong ga white t-shirt tang arkan tam dap re kani ga lapring la yong handai le pilai si kontri ba burom mega khoj ka palya South Sea do kani keep kampat diu ni colors. Hanta it shows what is different between we are here and the other part of. Timla banong la ban compare hadu kata handai bod. Habngi don ke jing telang. Habngi don kata ke mesin we can why we cannot ngin la begini baro. Namar dang bon ba ke project bigi man mut kham tam ban beautify ke city ke jongi. UCM jongi bron borom nag urban department ngala perkhat in collaboration with the tourism department. Before Christmas, kumangidang pagkrai ki plan ni boro. Ngidang mudi ban perkat ban support kat bala akum baju la igrang ba asyong sibir kanon kawai bantay promi kita. Namar ngi kwahi ban pin ban airong habaro kini ki jaka kini badai ki government properties ni kini ki bagi kendro ki footpath Kan long city kebitan, it should be Kambong city is a pink city, a green city, a white cities. And that we need your support. Kawai program hani nalor kaniga project foundation stone don seka my city campaign kabiling berkata directly kunung pen kod bengini campaign no way pramangi ngin lak melek gini berokoin. Hanai ke problem tentang sim kanyut na po yeng ibrah surok. Ha jaka bengin sim surok ngin bu apal hayeng kit ke kalin leber ni bre pen pan surok. Kani kalang penja abron ni kum kinong song jong ni city ke jongi. Hanai bangakan kum tanga mor ke city jing kadai ke bajabo. No. Ke Shillong hadong mentah gidang sim ki bru one of the city. Tang let us improve it more. Tongin jero jing telang pen ko chojo kenang ba kan wandur kata ke shape. Nama hapo airlines nem ni expect banyo ega news secretariat kan misif secretariat ha news Shillong. Ngilak kwa ban shape ye ke urban in such a manner. Ngi sutu kat kum bolong mentan kat sibing le ngi face ke traffic problem. Temdai ke basuk yang ikum ke sorkar ban penhai ke sok pila atip barok ke yang aluna rusurong. Hanai da karai ke ba ke hadu kata the whole cabinet la asim karai la dai ke pa begin shift no katuk ani ke office outskirt Shillong. The only way we can is the condition in the Shillong city. Hakini ki tiyau ki pa bla da yoi nakalino CM jongi ula bo monon kanong tali program ki new project ki new road buntali namaring soto. We are here to work. We are here not to blame each other. Don't kibang mensua don't kesorkar bamle. No, that is wrong. We are here to be a part of collectively responsibility as your leaders, especially for me as urban minister. Don't kibang balay pay mentarang long urban minister tau kremle. No, don't say that. He does it. But it's my time as a current minister to do all this, to look all this. If we keep blaming game, we will reach nowhere, I'm telling you. If there is issues in the government, no need to bring people in front of secretariat. Solution can be solved only on the table, not on the road. Please remember this. Our chief minister, all team cabinet colleagues, we work collectively, tremendously for our state. Yes, I know it's not up to the mark that we have been expected, but we are trying. We are trying, please. Please bear with us. Now more parking is coming up to ease the condition. More beautification is coming up to beautify our own city. And more road projects are constructed to ease the condition of the Shillong city. And all the unused land in the Shillong city from different departments, we are discussing now presently to take back to the urban department. We'll come up with some new malls, some new parking. That is the intention of the government. Handre, ngisung tu mbek besuk banle won't go at a time. So bahaya siya ingin government ngin persang kat bala. Ngaku urban minister ngakwa banong, ngakwa ban yos ngong dalaki turis kinuan sa Shillong. Onda kilet pa kinong kum ko Shillong temdon show. Let us work collectively. Only we'll be able to bring our beautiful state into a greater height. Dagani kintin kublay sibon, kublay siya jarang pibro.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us, and especially for being instrumental in giving wings to this project through the Urban Affairs Department. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to now invite our Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, accompanied by our dignitaries on the dais, to unveil the foundation stone of the Umkhrah Riverfront project. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to all the dignitaries for accompanying in unveiling the foundation stone of the Umkhrah Riverfront Development Project. And now, it is my honor to invite our Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, to address the gathering.
A lot has already been said about today's program, and therefore I will not speak much, but I just want to take some time to share the larger picture with all of you in terms of what we are trying to do as a government especially when it comes to urban affairs issues and the numerous challenges that we face. Friends, as we are all aware, Shillong is a historic city, a city which has been the capital for the eastern region even before independence, in the undivided Assam, and today is the capital city of our beautiful state. And while it has a very long history and so many important things that have happened in Shillong city, we have not seen the kind of growth that Shillong city deserves, and especially the people of Shillong city deserve in the many years. With the kind of urbanization that's taking place in terms of the population that is coming into Shillong, especially from rural areas, we do have a large number of challenges when it comes to amenities, facilities, and obviously congestion in the city of Shillong. And hence, we are faced with a large and a very big challenge to be able to adapt to all of these difficulties. And I start by stressing on this point that nothing will be easy. I start with telling everybody that we will try to make a difference, but there will be numerous challenges, and the challenges are very high. And in some cases, we actually may not be able to get the kind of results that we want in the specified time. And with that note, not a negative note, I should say, but a note where we should be realistic in how we approach things, we have decided in our minds and in the policies that we're doing that we need to start somewhere. If we keep looking at the challenges, if we keep looking at the difficulties and we say, well, it doesn't look like it's going to be possible, I don't think we're going to get anywhere. So, the positive side is we have decided that we're going to start doing something about it. And for that, we need your support and your cooperation. And as mentioned by both our leaders who spoke before me, that this is only possible if all of us work together, cooperate with each other. Yes, there will be challenges, and you will always find many things to say about, oh, why this and why not this. But the point is, we have to start somewhere. And as I said, you can be working with us as a team to support and make sure that we work with a target of actually achieving the different goals that we have, so that we are able to make Shillong great in terms of its overall beauty and also in terms of the overall infrastructure and the facilities that are there. So having said that, friends, you are aware that the biggest investment, I should say, or the biggest development for Shillong is really going to be the planned administrative city that is going to come up very soon in Maodiangdiang side. And just to give you an idea and a glimpse about what we are talking, it's a project that is going to be worth more than 2,500 crores if you were to include everything from road connectivity, water supply, and obviously the building infrastructures that we will have out there. And just recently, I have taken a presentation of the designs that have been there, and very soon I will be presenting the designs in the cabinet. And once those designs are approved by the cabinet, we should be able to tender out the works after the DPRs and all are made by the end of the second quarter of 2024-25. And we are hoping that within this particular term of this government, we should be able to at least shift the secretariat part, if not all the directorates that we are ultimately planning to, into the new secretariat and the administrative city. The idea is to really bring governance and the overall service to the public under one roof, or at least in one campus, so that people are able to go to one location and get all the kind of different services and all the help that they require. And that's really the vision with which we are working. And in order to make that a reality, it's not just the city that we're looking at, the administrative city. We have also invested in the roads. You must be aware that just last, I think, couple of weeks back, we have laid the foundation stone for 3 roads that are going to lead to the new administrative city. And we have sanctioned about 100 crores for that. The tenders are already out. Work should start in about a couple of months' time. The actual work should start. And we're expecting that the road construction within the next financial year, we should have all the 3 roads ready that will lead to the new Shillong township, so that the work and the infrastructure work for the actual secretariat can be facilitated by the roads that we'll be constructing. So what I'm trying to tell you is, we are not doing things on a piecemeal basis. It's not that we just woke up one day and we said, let's have this Umkhrah development project, or we just said that we're going to have a road project. We have a larger, bigger plan for the city, and we are really working on a very long-term, medium-term, and short-term kind of a goal to see how we can improve the overall, the living conditions in the city of Shillong that we are in. So while we are working on that long-term and larger project, which I'm sure will ultimately lead to a large development as well as decongestion of Shillong city, there are small things that we need to do to really immediately improve things. So I'll just share a few of them with you, and then I will get down to this particular project, and which is that, as was being mentioned by our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, that multiple parking areas on the modern parkings that we are having, the technologies that we have, we are going to start with a large number of parking spaces. In fact, just to share with you, there are so many government lands that we have which are not being utilized today and are just lying unutilized, and therefore we are very keen, or they're not being maximum in the utility. So we have identified such locations, and multiple parking lots will come up in those areas. Small shops, hawker zones, all these kind of things will come up in those areas. Just to give an example of Polo, if you are aware, the hotel that is there, between the hotel, the 2 hotels, which is the Orchid Hotel and Majestic Hotel, and Orchid, and there's a mandir out there. I don't know if you've noticed, there's a small patch of land that is actually owned by the forest department. There is no forest out there. It's owned by the forest department, and it's been lying unutilized for the last 50 years. And therefore, we have decided that that land will be transferred to urban affairs. And in that plot there, they're going to come up with multi-level parking lots and hawker zones and, and other programs like that. So like that, many other locations, even in the secretariat, additional secretariat area, again, some forest land is there. In some areas in Polo, again, there is some MECL land. So we are working out on how we can actually utilize these lands to create parking lots and decongest the roads so that the roads become free for people to be able to move easily. So these are the kind of things that we are working on. We have realized that also the overall congestion in Police Bazaar area, Bara Bazaar area, happens because of the unregulated movement of buses and taxis. And that also is a big challenge because there is no alternative for the taxis and the buses. So hence, they are also limited in terms of where they can park. So hence, the only way to create a decongested environment in those choking points is to be able to actually ultimately have a zone where the buses and the taxis can actually wait. And hence, as you're aware, that there are a lot of lands that we are talking with Government of India in terms of the different lands that were owned by the Cantonment Board. So those zones, there are some areas which are not militarized. That's a technical word they use. So there's non-militarized zones and there's areas by the Cantonment Board. There is a very advanced talk with Government of India to be able to now transfer that to the state government, and the areas which are not utilized, how we could convert those again into parking zones and waiting zones for buses and taxis. And hence these kind of programs are on the card. I had a very ambitious program, which of course we have put on hold, which is to create walkways in Shillong. I'm very keen to make Shillong a walkable city. I believe that Shillong can easily become a walkable city because distances are not too long. And hence, if we have footpaths that can actually serve the people of the state, I think a lot of people in Shillong city would prefer parking their vehicles in those parking lots and then walking on the footpaths. So we had a plan for putting up a skywalk in one of the regions, in one of the zones, but we have been advised to not go ahead because that would only further increase the traffic congestion while the construction is going on. So unless we are able to not find other ways to park the vehicles and reduce the congestion, development of skywalks at this point in time, by the way, for which the designs have been finalized, the budget has been finalized, but we have put it on hold because the traffic congestion for the next year and a half will be massive if we were to start the construction of those zones. So we are timing it in a better manner, and soon, as I said, we are also mapping the whole of Shillong city. Roughly, we have mapped close to about 15 kilometers to about 18 kilometers already, where we can have continuous walkways. We're using technology, drones, satellite imaging, everything that we can, and getting experts on board. So these kind of things today are happening. I don't have time to share all the facts with you, but you can trust me that there's a lot of exciting stuff that's going on. And even if you're able to do 50% of what plans that we have, I'm sure we will see a large difference. You know, I would mention to you that during the cherry blossom, we were trying to convert this section behind the DC house. If you've seen, there's some construction going on. So we are converting that into a full-fledged parking lot for people visiting Watts Lake. And that construction is almost over. I hope maybe in a month's time, we should be actually able to inaugurate it. And you can imagine that no more cars will be allowed to park on the road. The hawkers will be again sent there. So therefore, that whole zone will become free. Hence, small interventions, big interventions like this all across are helping us. I want to also mention that our DC, Madam Kurba, in fact, has been a leading example. She has donated, I'm told, she has donated her own personal land to help in the decongestion process of the state. I think she deserves a round of applause for having donated. It's not a simple thing, but I think as a deputy commissioner, she is leading by example. So I really thank her for the kind of example that she's setting for the rest of the citizens. Because as I said, without the cooperation of the people, we will not be able to take this forward. We are also working on creating a large number of green spaces within Shillong city. You'll be happy to know that the Barrick point that we have in the center and the heart of Shillong city, our intention is to convert that into what we will finally call Unity Park. Of course, we will get a better name, but the idea is to give the message of unity. And we intend to create a nice park with limited space out there for some souvenir or some coffee shops. But around that area, we want to create a zone where we would like to have the culture, the history of the state, so that when people walk through that park, they will get an essence and sense of the history and the different cultures of our state. And right at the center of that park, hopefully we'll be able to do it within the next 12 months, that we intend to have a very, very tall and very high, about close to 40 meters, Indian flag that you've seen in many parts of the country today. So we'll be having a park in that design. And so things like these are happening. We'll be having our cable car very soon. As you are aware, we have already tendered out. So this Shillong cable car, which is going to go all the way to Shillong Peak, is also a big, big development. Because as I said, now people will not have to travel across and go through the Air Force anymore. They will directly go from Laban up to Shillong Peak. And so these kind of interventions are going to give a huge uplift to the city. Apart from that, we are looking at other modern ways in which we can actually help in the public transportation system. It will be too early for me to share the details with you because we are not very sure yet, because we have to see the practicality and the feasibility in terms of the technology and the finances. But we are working very hard on ensuring that we are able to improve the overall mobility and public transport within the city of Shillong. And there are many, many more things going on. I don't think we have the time to really go into all of that. But now coming to this project, I want to just share with you that this project is going to be, of course, a very, very important project for us. And roughly, there is an investment of close to 39 crores that will be spent in the redevelopment of this entire zone. The funds are already there. We have already sanctioned everything. We should be tendering this out within maybe a week, or is it already tendered? Not yet. So we'll be tendering it out within a week, 10 days maybe. But this is a project that's obviously, on the pipeline, and that's why we're laying the foundation stone. And the idea really is to give a facelift and beautification to the city. So apart from this, there'll be many, many more interventions that we will be doing in the next couple of months, and the programs will continue. But while I say that, the riverfront will be meaningless without the river. So let us get one thing straight, that we are not saying that we'll be able to completely change the entire, this whole zone in one go, because as I said, developing the riverfront and developing and maintaining the river are two different things. But again, I want to share with you that we are working closely with the Water Resource Ministry, Government of India, the Jal Shakti Ministry, and we are, in fact, we had put in a proposal earlier to clean up the Umkhrah and the Umkhrah. The project cost, of course, at that time, and the technology that was available was beyond a level where Government of India did not agree to that particular project, and we were asked to revisit it, which we are in the process. And I'm hopeful that while the riverfront development is going on, we will also be working towards having a project which will involve cleaning up of the Umkhrah and the Umkhrah, which is very, very much needed. And hence, I just want to share with you, it's not that we're just doing pieces and not really realizing the larger picture. We realize that it is waterfront development and the water itself also which needs to be protected and kept clean. And hence, both the projects will go hand in hand, and we will try to ensure that we're able to clean this up. But while we say that, we cannot make it successful without your participation. As was rightly mentioned by our local MLA, that this project and the river has many tributaries. Now, these tributaries have different localities through which they go. And until unless the localities come along and support and work and ensure that we are not polluting the river at the source itself, all the efforts will just go flat. So there is no riverfront without a river, as I said. And hence, the reason why we are calling all of you today here is to share with you that we need your support, and only if all of us work together and put our hearts and minds together can we actually achieve it. I recently announced that, so many localities do cleaning drives on their own. And this is a natural kind of a culture that we have in our society. But government has not been supporting these programs in the past. And government has not actually kind of laid a program down to do these cleaning drives. So I had announced that as a start, and we will increase it as we go along, but as a start, we will begin by having one day in a quarter. That means every 3 months, there will be one day which the Deputy Commissioner will announce, where all the localities, all the schools, even leaders from organizations, political leaders, officials, we will all go down on the ground and we will do a cleaning drive on our respective localities, where government of Meghalaya and the Urban Affairs Department or the municipal will fund these different localities, give necessary financial support to you to conduct these cleaning drives. And we do it, as I said, together in one particular day. And though it may be one day, the message is that we are all together. The message is that we are concerned. While we clean, it will also create awareness. It will also build in the awareness among the young children who are very, very important to us. And hence we are hoping that this one-day affair will be able to create a small kind of a movement among the people to then realize the importance of cleanliness and bring in the habit. And government would like to take the lead in this, but we need your support. And I urge the Deputy Commissioner to fix a date, maybe right after the Assembly session, in the first or second week of March, we can fix a date where we can start from this quarter itself. And this will be done in every single district headquarter for a start. And we will go down to the village level at the end of the day, because as you know, we have got what we call the Village Sanitation Committee, which actually has been formed. They're very active. We recently have distributed about 1,000 electric autos to them, garbage autos, to these different localities and villages at the rural area, and to keep their villages clean. So we are working closely with them, and we hope that this kind of a program will become a culture and a habit, and something that we will continue, not just once in a quarter. Others may want to do it once in a month also. But at least we start, and therefore, these kind of interventions are very crucial if we want programs like these to be successful. And hence, I once again would urge all of you to be part of this program where we are able to work closely to keep Umkhrah clean. Because I know many people will say, what is the use of the waterfront if the river is not clean? And I agree. But as I said, we have to start somewhere. If you cannot start somewhere, then it will remain the way it is right now. But at least when we start the waterfront construction, the beautification, we start the program of cleaning drive, we get the support of Government of India to completely rejuvenate these rivers. I'm hoping that all of these things will fall into place one after another, and we actually will be able to find clean Umkhrah and Umshirpi and other streams across the state in a much more less polluted and much more cleaner manner. At the end, I would also like to share that we had proposed for another project today in terms of this project where we were planning to put up some parks and some green areas and overall improve the beautification. But there have been some concerns that have been raised by different parts of society. And as always, we are a government that is open to discussion and to understand, and we want to take everybody along while we take a decision, because it's for the benefit of the people. And obviously, if the people are not with the decision, then it becomes meaningless for us to move forward. But my only concern is this, that if you're not able to resolve the issues earliest, then the funds will lapse. And hence, this beautiful project of cleaning up and creating a park and creating different walking spaces, creating different children's playing area, different outdoor activities, because we don't plan to cut any of the trees in this. So wherever the trees are, keeping those same trees in mind, how we will work around it by having different activities around these small areas. That was our plan. The project is approximately about 15, 16 or 20 crores. I don't remember right now, but it will be a beautiful project, and it will really give a beautiful facelift to this entire area. But as I said, we will move ahead once we are able to take everybody along. But I urge the local MLA and the department to please move on this fast, because as I said, the funds will lapse. And once they lapse and once we're not able to utilize this, then it will be lost for all of us. And hence we will be forced to take up maybe some other project. And it's my duty to share this with you so that you don't later on say that, well, we didn't give a heads up. So therefore, I request and I urge, it's a beautiful project. I know there are concerns. We will sit down, we will try to solve them, and we will try to find a way forward. But we are running against time, and we need to find a solution, because if we don't, then the only choice for us will be to cancel this project and to take up the project in another location, because as I said, otherwise the funds will lapse. So with these few words, I once again would like to thank and congratulate the department, our Honorable Minister is working very hard on ensuring that the urban department really does a lot of work. I have not shared with you actually the main big projects with you yet. I just mentioned some small projects to you, but there are some mega projects that are there on the line, which we will only announce when we are very, very sure that they have materialized, because there's a lot of homework that goes into all of this. But once we are able to do those things, you will see a massive facelift in Shillong city. And as I said, that urban department is maybe today one of the largest department in terms of the budgetary allocation and the projects that are taking place. And it's a clear reflection of the kind of commitment we have towards ensuring that our urban areas develop, especially our capital city of Shillong. And this is also reflective in the overall expenditure of the state government, which, as you all know, has doubled in the last 5 years. We used to spend about 9,000 crores in terms of our actual expenditure, and today we are touching almost 22,000 crores within a matter of 5 months. And it does not increase in our running expenditures, but the amounts have gone up in our capital expenditure, which means our infrastructural expenditure, which is a good thing for the state. And hence, these are the kind of positive things that are happening. And I've taken a lot of time, but I thought that this is a good opportunity for me to share some of the ideas and works that we're doing. But as I said, it's not enough to share with you everything. But I thank the Urban Affairs Department for organizing this program, and once again wish this project the very best, and again urge for the cooperation of all stakeholders to make this particular project a success. May God bless each and every one of us, and may God bless our state of Meghalaya. Kublai Shibun, Matela, and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts and wisdom with us. And we are sure that under your leadership and guidance, the Umkhrah River will be restored to its former glory, and even much more in beauty and utility. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now will be distributing the checks for the Kickstart Fund under the My City campaign. And may I request the beneficiaries, the Rambashnongs or members of different localities, to kindly come forward for this. And to give you a brief perspective of the My City campaign has been launched to ensure community participation in beautification and enhancement of the urban areas. And for this, may I request our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Konrad K. Sangma, to kindly do the honor. And of course, accompanied by our esteemed dignitaries on the dais.
Kamang tingka jong kani kawa Umkhrah Riverfront Development Project kalong live kanai klur bar kajing temu jong kani kalong pen kalaya kani kawa Umkhrah syaka jaka ka itenan bar ka pengat na ka benta kinong song snong bar kinong jong kai perthei kajing angnut kalong amtang banwan ra ya kajing internet ya kawa nre banwan ra ru ya kijing shna ki ban pen mentoy ya kashnong